Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition Awakening on the Mysterious JG. It's been just a much less stressful playthrough overall than the first one. I think some of it comments, some of it reading, and some of it just figuring it out for myself. But I certainly know how the game works better than I did before, and I'm much better able to guard against bad situations. I mean, having these created officers has made a huge difference, but we had created officers just in the Gao too. And I think overall, much stronger starting force. Like, created officers are just gravy. We had a much stronger starting forces than a Gao. And some of it was trying to do historical events, I guess, in my own defense. If I'd just done what I did here and we did all the historical events in one or two videos and then I just played the game freewheeling, I probably would have been able to, like, consolidate cities that were easier to defend, not try to like dive into the Kanto without dealing with Shingen first, etc., etc. But overall, it had a lot more stress moments in that one, especially when I went for the regional ending and was like, I wanted to take over Hokuriku, and then had like the Hojo and the Takeda and the Oda all attacking me en masse, and not even as an alliance, because I'd left myself exposed on so many fronts trying to grab Hokuriku in a hurry. This is going pretty good overall. Last time, we picked up another slot for an Overseer, so we can get another Overseer. So, Way of the Azai enables the issuance of straight and narrow, non-hostile adjacent clan monthly trust up. It's an interesting one, and Earl King has been super built for diplomacy, but I think we've used Earl King's mind control power sufficiently at this point that, as long as I'm not dumb about it, we have enough mind control power that we don't need even more. Vassal Escort is a good one. Units defense up while the daimyo marches is a good one. And I gave JG Mystery, Bishamont, and Faith. So those are both a bit cheating that we've even got them. Virtual Benevolence, unit ability up for every 25% of castle development rate. It just makes our strongest castles even, or their units are even stronger. Musket level limit up. All castles musket level up. I think we've got to do this at some point. Clan post diplomatic stance improvement. Retainer able to success local recruitment. Retainer able to success martial instruction. Tactics damage up. Tactics damage up is a fun one. But I think between Shaman C and Bloody Handed, Shaman, I love you. Bloody Handed has been a real star in this series. I think it's time that he be made an Well, hold on. Let me think. Before I commit to... Because he would be the one to choose up those two. But is there anything else I want to think about first that's more domestic-oriented? Water control overseer. I mean, it's going to generally be my created officers who have the craziest shit available. Way of the Azai, Tokugawa, Megami. Those are all fun. Psycho Village rules. The Suzuki we just conquered, by the way. Kokushi teachings. Strategist, 8 formations. Pincer attack up. That's a nice one, because we like using pincer attacks. Aristocratic honor. I tried to use that off screen, because I remember reading in that Game Facts guide by Dosan Saito himself. He traveled back from the past. After siring the protagonist of Neo 2, he wrote a guide on Game Facts. But I didn't find it... I guess it was hard to tell how powerful it was making my units, because its unit abilities up per 100 prestige. So that may have made a difference in a way that was difficult for me to see. Bodyguard formation being... These are just making things that already exist cheaper. Okay. I wanted to make sure, but I think Bloody Handed, I think it's his time. I'm unworthy of the honor of being appointed overseer. I will give my all to be a boon to this clan. And I have to admit, actually, I'm a little behind. I should be reading as he comments, and I haven't read the most recent spout. spate. He's spouting off. I haven't read the most recent spate of bloody-handed in-character stories. Although I've been having fun. Like, how are you going to write this? You keep ambushing people who haven't left the base that they're in and, like, teasing. But I'm enjoying the ones as I read them. I think it's kind of cool, though, that the bloody-handed was this very much like, oh, I'm honorable war man. I am... He's quiet and focused and... Like, I appreciate that the bloody-handed is like a completely different character from the one who was fighting. I think it was I was Shimazu playing Nobunaga's Ambition Taichi, and the bloody-handed was like this. He was this really bloodthirsty kind of like dude. And the finale of his story was that he led a doomed uprising against the Shimazu because he didn't want the age of war and strife to be over. This one, where he's like, this guy is trying to write poetry between battles, it's a fun change of pace, and I think it makes sense for him to be like a council administrator. So we got another one to get, and it's going to be, if it's doubling every time, it'll be 30, 24. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 30. So that's not unobtainable. If I sit around for a few months and don't spend my cash, I think we can do that. And that might be the smartest thing to do. Not that I've got a really strong idea of what I want to be our next... Because once you get that, it really is time to, okay, start spending your cash on land measures, because it's now coming in. There's not a lot of big things to save it up for, except upgrading these things to, like, even higher level. No major settlements. Anyway, you want to destroy a castle that I don't care about destroying at this time, you silly goose. Got one rice dealer. I think, considering how much money I've got coming in... Well, we got to get Psycha Village rules going. Oh, and they're cheap. They're super cheap. Oh, that's amazing. Musket limit +2. Shooting galleries are super cheap.
I will see it done.
And I think it's time to get gunnery instruction level 2, which lets us build in the main province.
I shall put it into motion.
With 2 irrigation canals, I guess I want a supply station, but we don't actually have enough commerce yet. And then you upgrade this rice dealer eventually, and then probably get a gunnery. Not a gunnery tower, but the shooting gallery. Add Forge Town settlement. Oh, you can have one if there's a Forge Town settlement, or... Okay. I can't actually build any of what I want to build there right now. What about here? Supply station. Might as well get you up to level 2, I guess. And you know what? I'll have you do it, because it'll take anybody else so long. Oh, that costs a lot of money, too. Alright, well... We've worked to restore some damaged villages. The embankments have been repaired, so hopefully there will be no further damage. Yeah, Zerfina Baldo is she's fixing landslides. She's offering to destroy. She's got a lot going on.
I'm absolutely thrilled.
Forms in roadwork and cleared sediment from the way. Good job.
There is no excuse.
It seems that Nagayuki Akashi has grown suspicious of you after Honganji clan spies destabilized Sumoto Castle. Oh, the Honganji are doing it. Oh, that's a shame. No rumors. I don't appreciate being looked down on. And he was helping the Bloody Handed with some diplomacy stuff, I think? Or networking. We are already doing this, right? Yeah, alright. Let's get him out of here before anyone else can steal him away. I was hoping we could see his loyalty on one of these, but I think that's the right guy.
I couldn't dream of a happiness greater than this.
Now, Zerfall was actually doing better ruling these places, or these places were developing faster under him than they were under these other guys.
I have never known such joy.
It looks like I've got infantry leader. I've got substitutes who are ready to be doing something else again. You're still a chief. Maybe it was just the one.
I couldn't dream of a happiness greater than this.
I'm deeply grateful.
I couldn't dream of a happiness greater than this.
Oh, I didn't realize how. Yeah. I'd forgot. I had just completely missed out on
I'm truly grateful.
how this place had been ignored.
You have my thanks.
Let's come back to that.
I have never known
Guy's
such
got an
joy.
amazing portrait. I want to say that I remember him being like 8 million years old, though. She's doing a hell of a job over here, honestly. I think I'll leave that alone. Like, that's just her ultimate ninja castle that nobody else gets to live in. She's got one person here helping her, and he's actually running the one of the few places that is developed. So that probably speaks to the fact that it's difficult for her to split her attention between everything. But yeah, let's actually...
You have my thanks. You have my thanks. I'm deeply grateful.
So even the places that, like, we'll just get more cash out of the city if it's being governed by somebody. Although I think I didn't min-max that correctly because I only had so many places he could directly govern, and I didn't put him over the places that had the most economic potential, which means I didn't min-max the extra returns. But it's going to be okay. See, yeah, we could march guys out of some of these places, and I don't know. This is like a defensive base. It would be a pretty tough fight here. But the Saika, I've apparently decided they're going to take care of the Ryuzuji before they take out the Uchi. And I am wondering... Yeah, I could take this without needing to expand the size of my domain. And apparently... What is... I lost... How do I get to that? There's a menu I can't seem to reach anymore. Here we go. Yeah, I can maybe take 2 more Uchi cities before needing to expand. And by 2 more, I mean 2, because I haven't taken any cities from the Uchi yet. But probably want to be expanding to the next main district size, or just... Yeah. No, the answer is not to attack them right now. Alright, so if I marked out of Oko... I just did this, but... Sort of triple check. Because the food is now fully maxed out almost. Not quite, but really close. So if I marched out of here... 90 days and we'd still have 50 days left. Sorry, 70 days left. So not bad. Still working on that. To go to this is another 10 days, and it's like, no, not worth it. So I marched out of here and here and here. We need at least 5 or 6 cities. So I had these 6 cities all marching. Maybe leave Shizui out of it and Aki out of it, because they could potentially march through over on this side and come up. But there's a lot of troops there. Can I march out of this place? Yeah, I can. If I keep peace with these guys, I could actually march out of all different places here. I could have a huge army sweep through here. And maybe I do want to attack Kishiwada. Because that would be a big siege battle if we won it. But then I'd have to deal with Ishiyama. I think I've got more cities I can take if I come this way. It really is a matter of how many units can you have in one invading army at a time. How many cities is it worth marching out of before you have more troops than you can actually use. Some of these places do not have an impressive... so they're showing more troops than are actually... Oh, this is part of it. They're all trading town. Could leave them out because it's all trading town.
How should we proceed? Soldiers, we move now.
70 days. Can have Motoyama could be part of it. Yeah, I can keep those trading towns for now, but I could eventually get rid of those trading towns if I wanted them to be more of a military city.
Ready.
But I think we pull Vibrant Nova into this fight. And Kozuki. And Okishio. And then Kozuki will be available if any of these guys try to get smart and attack. And so we'll, yeah. And I'm not even using the Chosakabe grand stratagem. It seems that Nagayuki Akashi has grown suspicious of you after Miyoshi clan spies to destabilize Nakamura Palace. Is that the same officer twice? Because now it's the Miyoshi clan. Can they even hire him from there?
Quite. Advance!
One, two, three, four, five. Sneak attack. No, we're not going to bother with them right now. No, we're not going to attack them.
Could you spare a moment?
Nagayori Matsunaga. He's actually a good officer.
I will see it done.
And they are pulling all that shit on us, so serves them right if we counter. Let's save up our cash and try to get that last overseer slot instead of spending a lot of money right now. Fully developed. Invite him because he was down on his luck. Akazane Ichimata. Well above average warrior type officer. Total retainer did not participate in any actual fighting, but was known to invite his master over for banquets. So why is his military stats so good? He committed suicide when blamed for one of his family attempting to revolt.
I am yours to command.
Psycho Village rules have been issued. This will further improve the condition of our clan. Way of the Suzuki has been introduced to our clan. This will further improve our development. Musket level limit +1. All castles muskets level +1. Shooting gallery edition cost is down. But now we've got farmland and onsens to excavate, so that will eat into our cash a little bit. Very much like to clear that stretch of neglected land to fashion bountiful farmland. Here's a new attendant who is available to help.
Loud and clear.
Hopefully this will slow his impending suicide. Excellent hot spring.
Loud and clear.
That'll give a different attendant something to do. Not an amazing army here, but
Proceed forward.
they're not really... I mean, I might as well throw them in there. Jaxor's Baldo would probably be more useful, but... The White Angel Hakushi?
At once.
That is a WWF reference from
Advance, the lot of you.
years gone by. This mission would be terrific for trade. Well, then open a port there. Do it. I'll have Ana Takatatsu be available for other things.
Understood.
Although we're going right through all that cash.
How might we proceed? Be ready, all of you. We're moving.
I think they can figure this one out even without us using the attack command.
Delightful.
We were successful with the rumor of Nagayori Matsunaga. His loyalty was shaken. It appears he believed our rumors. Nagayori Matsunaga was swayed by rumors. He seems to be at a complete loss. This would be a perfect time to draw him to our side. Well, let's do it then.
I've something to share.
What a nice idea. I think it should work.
I will see it done.
All right. She will see it done. We're about to get gunnery instruction. I just marched an army without stopping for that to happen so we could build more musket stuff, but we'll have it for next time.
I will. Advance!
See, they've got decent 5,700 hit points. It's not amazing. It's better than... Not as good as this place has. But they've got level 3 gunnery tower. I don't know. It might just be our overall strength that's holding these guys back, but... Gunnery level 2 instruction has been issued. Employ. Kanayama Castle.
I've had a thought.
Hire people. Do it. 50% chance success. It's worth a try. She's a ninja and she says we should. You gotta trust ninjas. Trusted acquaintance from a distant land. It's the Mori. They had pretty good officers. This could be one of them. And hearsay. Let's do a little bit of hearsay and then call it a video. It's a disturbance with the Nagao clan. Kagatora Nagao goes to Kyoto to find out that it is going to be taken over by the Chosogabe. This year, Kagatora Nagao traveled to Kyoto for the first time as at the head of a small contingent. Ostensibly, the visit was to express thanks for his official post. But he also sought to confirm the intentions of the Shōgun concerning the position of Kanto Kanrai. A role Norimasa Uesugi had proposed for him, however. Something of a predicament has arisen. I have heard that Shogun Yoshifuji Ashikaga is currently outside the capital. I am retainer. What? The Shogun, protector of the imperial castle, is away from the capital. What is the meaning of this? His relationship with Nagayoshi Miyoshi, who is really not as powerful as he was before the Chosogabe got a bunch of created officers from the future or whatever, who has controlled the capital for some time, has soured. It seems he is in Omi. So not only Kanto, but the capital too has become host to an uprising. I can scarcely fathom what the Shogun is going through. How dreadful. There's nothing for it. If the Shogun is absent, I will simply pay a visit to the imperial court, express my gratitude, and then take leave of the capital. During his visit to Kyoto, Kagatora received an audience with Emperor Gonara, where he was ordered to defeat the enemies in the neighboring country. He left without ever meeting Shogun Yoshifuji Ashikaga. It was only a matter of time before Yoshifuji Ashikaga and Kagatora Nagao, so alike in certain ways, would meet. Well, that'll be nice. Anyway, that seems like a good time to call it a video. When we come back next time, guys, we've got a large army marching into the capital region. Maybe we can make it so that next time Kagatora comes around, he gets to meet the Shogun. But he's got to go through the Chosogabe first. Thanks for watching.